Hey there, how's everybody doing today? If you're new here, my name's Koi. I'm an independent artist who works a full-time job. And if you're not new here, welcome back. I missed you. Um, I've been feeling a little uninspired recently, and I have not made anything since the Draw With Me video for fall. So we're doing a desk tour today, but first I would like to, as usual, apologize for all the sounds that you're going to be hearing in the background. Today it's the dishwasher, and I would wait until the dishwasher is done, but I have plans later, so you're just going to have to deal with the dishwasher sounds in the background. I'm really sorry about that. Moving on, we're doing a desk tour today. I haven't been feeling very inspired, but I have been feeling motivated. So I recently reorganized my entire desk. Just completely reorganized my desk. And everything is so much nicer now, and now I can show you all the art supplies that I own and use. Probably not all the art supplies I own, but all the art supplies I use anyways. So, I'm going to cut, and we'll be right back. If you mention that I'm missing a fingernail, you're homophobic. So the angle for saying me is going to be kind of weird, but you can see most of the desk. This is where I do basically all of my art making. This is where I do basically everything. I write here, I paint here, I draw here, I sit here and watch YouTube videos instead of doing any of those things. I eat here. I have a dinner table, but I eat here most of the time because I like doing things while I eat. I'm not good at doing one thing at a time. So this is the setup. I guess we'll do the stuff on the desk first because that's easier. This is my little phone stand. I use this to put like my iPad or my phone up. Mostly my phone now. I bought it for my iPad a year ago because I was playing Genshin Impact on my iPad and I needed something to like hold it up, and the case I had on it didn't like keep it upright, and this was really good for that. And then now I use it for my phone for references, but my iPad has one of those cases that like folds up and is a little triangle and holds itself up, so I don't need that anymore. But I use this. I put my phone in here basically all the time, and then when I want to like not see my phone, I put my phone in here and I like turn it around and put it behind whatever I'm doing. This is my H-frame easel. I got this for Christmas this past year. I had been complaining since we moved that I wanted a better easel that didn't move as much. I was using a Walmart easel that I bought when I was 16 before this, and it worked. It was fine. It held the painting, but like the limbs were always sliding around and it was always like changing heights, and this is just so much more sturdy and nice, and like I can put my sketchbooks in here, and it has enough backing that I don't need to have like another separate canvas to hold my canvas that I'm painting on up. I really love it. You can tell I use it a lot because it's like covered in paint, and it could be way worse, but I do spend a lot of time painting like in a studio with other people. So a lot. I go to a studio once a weekend, so I don't paint much more than that. I do a lot of drawing, but not a lot of painting. And then I've got like my charging strip, because otherwise I have to climb underneath my desk to plug anything in, and that's really annoying. That's super annoying. There is some stuff over here. So like this is my bag of like miscellaneous care stuff. I've got like Q-tips and mascara and a piercing holder and shit in there. And then this is my jar that has all the prompts in it, and it has some little guys on it to like keep watch. And then I do have like a sewing machine over there, but I don't use it that often. Right now I mostly just keep putting stuff on top of it. I don't have like the floor space or this desk space to like be cutting out patterns and shit. And also, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to bleep out the swearing, aren't I? I just like in general just don't have time or the bone strength for sewing, because you spend a lot of time like hunched over. That's really uncomfortable. So then this is like the miscellaneous cubby. I'd like to say before I bought all these organizers, everything was just in its original packaging in piles. And that's fine. That worked kind of. But I got really tired of like, oh, I want to use this art supply. Every single thing I wanted to use was always on the bottom. And then the whole pile falls over, and then I have to stop, and I have to... This just makes it like more seamless for me to make art. It gives me less resistance. This is the miscellaneous area. I've got some watercolor gouache brushes. They're the Heyo brushes. I don't have the Heyo paint anymore because when I bought it, it didn't have a smell, and then it was closed for like a month or two. I opened it up, and it didn't look bad, but it smelled terrible, and I was like, that cannot be safe to ingest. That cannot be safe to breathe around. So I also have like my Mod Podge here. I don't use this often, only sometimes. And then I have a couple different kinds of fixative spray. I think one was mine and one was my partner's, but when we moved in together, I think this one was theirs. Non-yellowing protectant for oil, acrylic, and watercolor. Actually, this one might have been mine. I don't remember. Everything, even remotely art-related, migrated into my stuff when I moved in with them because I make art all the time. I also have like I have this cup that I was previously storing things in, but I'm not anymore. It's just here for now. I'm sure I'll find a use for it. And then this is my, I love this thing. I have this, little glass boot that I used to put my paint water in, and I'm very attached to it. I keep all my paint brushes, my oil painting brushes, in a bag in that cup. But now I use this for my water. I love this thing because it's spill-proof. I originally bought it because I was going to go plein air painting, and I needed something. I still haven't been plein air painting, not even once. I've tried so many times, and I've never succeeded. I bought it because there's water in there. And it's great. I love it. I take it with me way more often than I actually end up painting. So there's that one. This is all of my paper and sketchbooks and etc. Like my palette papers in here. I have these tiny canvases that I got, and the regular size canvases are in there, and all my stationery and my figure drawing books that I never finished reading, and journals, and just literally all of my paper and all the stuff that I need to paint on except for this sketchbook and the one in my bag is there. It was over here, but I moved it because you only have to get the paper out once, but you maybe need to get art supplies out more than once. And then this cubby is this is stuff that I don't use as often, so these are just regular brushes. I should actually probably put these over there, but these are just there's a palette knife, there's some, I don't know. I think these are from Wish. I think my grandma got them for me when I was in high school or something. I don't believe in throwing things away unless they're unusable. And then these are my acrylic paints and my acrylic painting mediums. And then this is a watercolor palette, but it wouldn't fit with the rest of them. I actually don't know if I could still paint with acrylic paint because I switched to oil a year and a half ago, and I have not opened a tube of acrylic paint other than to do an underpainting and since then basically. But I still have all the paints. They're still good. I could use them. The thing is now that I'm used to my paints being wet all day, I don't know if I could successfully paint something with the paint drying within minutes. I'm not sure how well that would go for me, to be quite real with you. And then these are all of these organizers are just from Target. I did not have the time to or the patience to research and buy a bunch of stuff online. These are literally just organizers from Target. So I've got my various pens and highlighters in here. I really love gel pens, but I do this thing where I buy them and then I don't use them. So I just have a bunch of those. And then my friction highlighters. I thought these would be really cool, but they don't layer the way that regular. I guess it's because I'm used to using alcohol ink markers now, but they don't layer. They just kind of sit there, and if you try to put another layer, it starts ripping up the paper. It's really good if you're gonna do colored pencil or something on top of it because You can just block in like the external shape and go on from there. Also, organizing this made me realize that this stuff doesn't take up as much space as I thought. Then I have my oil pastels in this drawer, all 50 of my oil pastels. These are just student grade oil pastels. Most of my art supplies are student grade because I'm on a budget. So, wow, I just realized that I've been talking for like several minutes. Did I hit record? Last week I was making the Rango painting that you probably still haven't seen because I would keep putting off editing it. And I forgot to hit record for the last 30 minutes of painting. So that was fun. I actually did that twice. You'd think I would learn. Anyways, these are all my oil pastels. They're just student grade. They're nothing like crazy. They're kind of dry, actually. Some of them, like the outsides, but they're very pigmented. I like them. I want to do more with them. They used to be my favorite art supply when I was in high school. I had a little bag that I carried them around with me everywhere in. And I had like a little sketchbook, like just a sketchbook. It wasn't meant for oil pastels. The paper was so thin. And I would just always be drawing with them. This one literally has two things. It has the Viva watercolor sheets. If you paint on the go a lot, these are really nice. I used them on my trip to the beach this summer. I'm not a watercolor artist. I'm really bad at watercolor, actually. But I'm getting better. I've been practicing, so that's good. And then this was the one that I got for my birthday. I showed you in my birthday haul. I've been practicing with this one, and I really like it. It's very fun. And then this drawer is my Winsor & Newton gouache set. These are all the gouache paints I own now, which I'm very sad about. And I've already used half of the tube of white, and I've done one painting. One sketchbook painting. So I need to buy a bigger tube of white. I'll get to it when that one runs out. Maybe at the end of this video, I will take all these clips of me struggling to put the drawers back where they go, and I will put them at the end. Or I'll post a reel that's just me struggling to like... Okay, and then on top of that, I have even more watercolors, despite the fact that, you know what it is? I think it's just that watercolor is so cheap and it takes up so little space versus, like, the liquid paints. They take up so much space because they're liquids. Like, this one I got from, I think, Walmart in high school. I've had it for so long. No, I didn't buy it in high school. I bought it after I graduated. You can see that, like, I try to use it a lot, and it just, like, makes the palette crack. It has a little... This is meant to, like, be on the go or something. It was, like, I think, like, $10. It has a lot of colors. It has a little mixing palette. You could use this, too, I guess. It came with a water brush, but I think I have it mixed in with the rest of my paint somewhere. This is one that I made. I had some watercolors also from Walmart. Liquid ones, though, and I turned them into a solid palette. So, the swatches. I really wanted to be a plein air girly, and so I made, like, warm red, cool red, 2 blues, 2 yellows, and then a couple of browns and 1 green. And then this is black and this is white. And, you know, sponge, clean your brush. This is like to clip the palette together. I just like straight up have never used this, ever. I bought this on Amazon and I put the paints in here. I have not used it one singular time. I don't know, I'm just like not... When I'm painting with like liquid paints, I understand mixing, but when I'm using watercolor, I just don't get it. It just doesn't click for me. I keep trying. I think I'm getting better at it, but I still don't understand what I'm doing. But with mixing liquid paints, you're literally mixing a certain amount of each color, right? So, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty good. And then, I have my Wooooo markers. I actually should have bought one more of these containers, but I was like so sure that this would be enough. These are just like lifty things so that I can like, you know, put it on the desk. And then I have the ones that wouldn't fit in this cup. I decided to pick like a palette. So there's actually a light, a mid, and a dark tone, and then an accent and like a really dark gray. And then these are actually just a set. These are Faber-Castell Gold Faber sketch markers. They're alcohol ink markers. One side is a brush and the other side is a like fine liner tip. It's like a bullet nib fine liner. They're fun. I don't really use them a lot. These are, however, the reason I purchased these. I bought the Wooohoos with a gift card that someone gave me for my birthday, like a Visa gift card. These I got in a Scrawler Box subscription, and I had so much fun doodling with these that I ordered these. And then I never moved on. That's what's in front of that. I have like my pencil sharpener. Actually, my pencil sharpener was round. I don't know where this one came from. It was probably my girlfriend's. And then I have my whiteout because something you may not know about me is I have a typewriter, an antique one. And there's no backspace on a typewriter, so I have whiteout. And then the cup, there's a cup back here. This is where I'm putting the used prompts from the... How do I turn this shit on? Oh, here we go. Yeah. It's a Rainforest Cafe cup. I think it was supposed to have, like... I don't know. It's definitely been broken at some point. It was from my first time I ever went to the Rainforest Cafe, and I don't want to get rid of it, so I'm putting the used prompts in here. And then in here, these are actually two separate things. This is just another one of these. At the bottom here, I have all of my pencils, colored pencils, pens, graphite pencils. Actually, I think some of these are not graphite. They're charcoal. No, I think they are all they're drawing pencils. That's what matters. They're drawing pencils. These ones are my cart. And then, see? The traffic. These are all my colored pencils. Most of them are Prismacolors because I don't think I have the Crayolas anymore. This was actually not like an organizer drawer. This was meant for coffee pods, I think. It was cheap. It was like $5. We love her. And it doesn't... It's stuck. These are all my Poscas. You saw me use them in the last video. I don't like them that much, but I use them a lot. These are all of my miscellaneous art thingies. So we've got this kneaded eraser that is not closed, which is not good because I'm pretty sure this needs to like stay moist or something. We have electrical tape because I heard it was better than masking tape. And then we have masking tape, which always rips my paper up despite the fact that when I use it for a canvas, it falls off. We have washi tape. I just got this from H Mart. I showed you that in my haul video. We have the scraper. This is I got this at Home Depot, I think. I have extra blades somewhere. I think the extra blades are in my oil painting bowl. I have a Tupperware that I keep my oil paints in. They're not on the desk because I don't oil paint here because I have a cat. And I use water-soluble oil paints, so I don't have any of the solvents, but I don't want cat hair permanently embedded in my paintings. And oil paints take a long time to dry. So, you know. And then I have, like, various things to clip things together. So, yeah. If you paint and you use a reusable palette, one of these things comes in handy because, you know, if you're doing serious mixing, you have a really flat surface and you can, like, you know. I also used it to take all the labels off of these containers because somebody said, let's put that weird glue that gets stuck if you look at it wrong on these clear containers. The next drawer has crayons and one sharpener. I love crayons. I love drawing with crayons. It's so fun when you just, like, don't know what to do and you're like, ugh, being an artist is so hard. Crayons. They're cheap. You don't have to worry about wasting them. You don't have to expect the art to be good because it's crayons, and then you have fun and you like the art. I found this one on the floor at work. It's brand new. The only, like, when I got it, it was still, like, round and, like, had that, like, dusty stuff on it. Crazy. And then I have my Crayolas. I got these from the Dollar Tree during back-to-school season because they were $1. Why would I not get them? And then these are really expensive grown-up crayons. I did not pay the really expensive price, but I got them in Scrawler Box. If you are somebody who wants to try new art supplies, but you don't want to spend a lot of money on, like, full sets of things that you might not like, but you also don't want to, like, pay, like, the individual, you know, like, the convenience fee of the individual price, Scrawler Box is a really good place to go. These are, like, these are adult crayons, I guess. They are harder than regular crayons. Like, you can, let's ASMR this. I hope it picked that up. They're very hard, and then they were actually pointed when I got them, but I don't know if you can see. They have a very, like, thin top, and then this side is rounded and, like, thick for, like, shading or, like, large areas. They're fun. I only have 4 colors, so it's like, you know. In this drawer, we have tickets from when I went to the aquarium. There's, like, I guess, pictures attached to these. And then I have my viewfinder. Once again, something that I purchased to go plein air painting. And I don't think I used it one time. I've used it once. It was at the beach. And then we have these Derwent. I think these are, so these are charcoals. But you're meant to use them like watercolors. And I just don't understand why I need 10 different shades of gray. I got it from Scrawler Box. I think I've literally never used this. Maybe I'll try. Maybe that'll be a challenge. Maybe that'll be my next jar. And then also from Scrawler Box are these, like, crystalline watercolors. They're this is a lot. They gave me 3 of these. They gave me turquoise, midnight violet, and gray violet. And you're thinking, that's not gray or violet. But when you mix it together, like when you get it wet and you mix it together, it's both of those things. It's like a very, like, mauve-y color. Very interesting. Last but not least, I have these soft pastels. In case you haven't guessed it, they also came from Scrawler Box. I don't buy new art supplies a lot. I purposefully avoid going to the art store unless I need something because I have no will. These came from Scrawler Box. I love them. They're very soft, very pigmented. They're also very messy. I use these in a... Actually, I used these in the jar video because it forces me to relax a little bit about how things look because I'm not good at using soft pastels, and that's fine. It's okay to not be good at things. And I think that brings us to the end. I'm not showing you underneath my desk. That's a mess. It is not organized. I mean, it's kind of organized, but this is like nice and fun to look at. And the underneath of my desk is not fun and nice to look at. So, that is my desk. That is everything in my desk. Those are all the art supplies I have owned and want to use and are going to use. I want a bit of a money saving goal right now. I have a money saving goal right now because I'm going on vacation soon. So, who knows? I will try to do something while I'm on vacation fun for you guys to see. But I'm not making any promises because I am really scared of recording in public. So, if you like this video, like and subscribe, and cue the gag reel of me trying to put these drawers back while you decide what video you're gonna watch next. Thanks, guys. To like. And then, oh my god. One moment, please. And then